Alright guys, MCU Collector here with the next video we have in the lineup for the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Venom Wave Monster Venom Build-A-Figure. Up next is Carnage. Again, we're going to just be going in order of the wave for the Build-A-Figure. So here is Carnage looking awesome in the package. You can see he comes with the Monster Venom head. He comes with the CLETUS Kasady head, which is the awesome selling point to the figure, and some cool new hands. That's just awesome. The packaging, again, is fantastic. The white box versus the black box, the Venom logo, the symbiote kind of design pattern throughout. Just says Carnage in front, has the Venom logo up top, Monster Venom there in the corner, but the side artwork again for this whole wave is absolutely awesome. It's so colorful, and it's nice to just get some color on the sides. It really just pops and stands out. So it's awesome. Here we have a look at the back of the package. We have the Carnage figure, and you can see the CLETUS Kasady head there. This is the promo image. So up close, taking a look at it, we have the bio, and it reads, merged with the toxic Venom symbiote, CLETUS Kasady hones his psychopathic tendencies as the merciless villain Carnage. If I learn how to read there. Here we have the whole wave, the Monster Venom Build-A-Figure, all the figures in the wave, Venom, Carnage, Poison, Spider-Ham, Scream, and Typhoid Mary. Let's open it up and compare him to the Green Goblin release from way back when Infinite series first started. And then we'll take a look at this figure. It's basically going to be the same, so we'll actually look at what the similarities are, what the differences are. And there is the UPC for everyone. And let's open this up. All right, guys, here is Carnage out of the package. Awesome looking figure. I really like the update to this one. You know, we didn't really need a new Carnage figure, but if they're gonna do a Venom Wave, you kind of got to do Carnage and really get the symbiote action going. Carnage came out when the Infinite series first started back in 2000. Correct me if I'm wrong. 2013 or 2014, one of those years. I can't remember which. And a lot of people really missed out on him, and then the KOs came out, and there's all this confusion on which one's which. I think the KO has silver eyes, but the regular release has kind of these pearly white eyes. Kind of looks silver in camera, but they are not silver here in front of me. And looking at the head, we do get the same Carnage head, but this one is just painted in white. The eyes are just white, but it is the same head. So basically the same figure here, but some new things with the new one. First, before we get into the big comparisons, the accessories that Carnage comes with is that alternate head, the Carnage head, and then alternate hands. But the Build-A-Figure piece looks crazy. The Venom head, and it looks like he's just going to kind of sit on there and kind of look that way. With the tongue sticking out and everything. There's no articulation to the jaw or anything like that. It looks like it was all like glued together and it's a couple of pieces, but that's just how it's going to be, and it's going to look incredible when we build the Monster Venom. So looking at the two things, the first thing to really look at is the figure is the same. So it's the Bucky Cat mold with obviously some new pieces because of the Carnage, the symbiote tendrils and everything that are kind of going around. But they are the same pieces. Nothing's really different. Actually, you know what? The forearms might be different. I'll take a closer look at that. But right off the bat, too, the reds are definitely different. This one's more of a orange red. I mean, it's red, but this one is a much darker red. The blacks are the same, so the black pattern in the symbiote is the exact same. But this red one, it's not, I don't want to call it a metallic red, but it's definitely a deeper red, and I really like it. Let's see if we can look close up and look at the different reds. You can just see that this one is a little bit darker. I really like that update. No, the forearms are the same. It's just this tendril right here was throwing me off, but that tendril is actually part of the hand. So there we go, looking at the two heads. No big deal. From the new head to the old head, it is the same thing, except it's this one, the tongue is pink on the original release. This one's just kind of all red inside. So we'll put him to the side and focus on this new one. The cool thing to really look at this is the CLETUS Kasady head, since we didn't get that before. So you can see here, he looks insane. That's perfect. That's what you want. It looks just like from the comics. The hair is kind of glued on. There's no additional paint or anything in the hair. But he looks great. He looks crazy. Right? Look at those eyes. That's insane looking. Perfect what we need for a CLETUS Kasady. Looks awesome. This is how I'm going to display him, since this will be in my display already. So he will be the unmasked CLETUS Kasady head. But that looks awesome. Looking at the other accessories, the new hand, which we have this axe. And I remember when I was a kid, the first Carnage figure that I had was the old Toy Biz Spider-Man the Animated Series figure, and he had like the rubber unmasked head, so he had a Cletus Kasady head, and you could put the rubber mask on, and then he had different pieces that you could clip onto his hands, like bigger claws, kind of like this one is. It's like a larger piece, and I can't remember if there was an axe. I think there may have been, so that's kind of a signature thing, and it's really cool, the design of it, because you could see the symbiote tendrils kind of reach out and then form into that axe. It's really cool because you could actually still see his whole fist there, and then the tendrils just really come out of it. It's a pretty soft material, but it holds up strong enough where it doesn't seem like it's going to want to bow or bend due to the weight. So I think you're probably safe there. The axe part itself is a little bit thicker and harder, and then the tendrils leading up to it are kind of the same, but they are definitely a little bit thinner, so it's not as sturdy, but I don't foresee it being a problem. All the different tendrils throughout the figure are just kind of glued on there, which is nice. And this one's throwing me off, and I don't think I ever really noticed this before. Because it's a Bucky cap, usually the Bucky cap has the small boot feet, but this one has the larger feet. Just a small little thing just to point out. It's not a big deal. It doesn't make a difference to the figure in any kind of way. Here, this back tendril piece just pops right on out, and you could just port it right on the back plug port in there. You can go like so, and it can't really turn around. It just kind of fits in just perfectly the way the back is shaped, so you don't want to really do anything with it there. To change the head, you just pop it right off. Pop that Carnage head right on, and that looks great. That is a solid Carnage figure. I really like the way that looks. But it's all about the Cletus Kasady head. If we're going to get an updated figure, we're going to do it right and get like an unmasked head to go with it. If I can get the head on, which I can't see. There we go. It's Bucky cap. I'm not going to go over the articulation. We get the standard articulation throughout, even though we have these new tendril pieces throughout the different parts of the arms and the legs. It is still Bucky cap. I'm not going to go over it. I think everyone's tired of seeing Bucky cap mold, but you just wanted to get a close-up look at the figure, and it's awesome. If you guys missed out on the first Carnage figure, this is an absolute must. If you already have the older Carnage figure, I do recommend it because of the Cletus Kasady head, and the figure itself just looks better. The darker red looks awesome. This is still a really good figure if you have it. So if you don't want to spend another $20 to get another figure, you're still good on Carnage. But the updates to this one is awesome. So this is what Hasbro should really do. If they're going to re-release a figure and do that people have missed out on or they've had before, just like with Ares, the Build-A-Figure, make little updates to it that are really going to make it worth anybody's while. So like here, the axe hand, the Cletus Kasady head, the new paint deco, just the way it should be. So there it is. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. Hit that thumbs up if you guys like the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks.